and she was singing Nuns with Remember and I Know There Was Something. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you're about to be greeting Marvin Lee Aday, the man they're all calling Meatloaf. And it's appropriate, really, that he's back on this programme because it was on the Old Grey Whistle test in 1978 that he received his first exposure in Britain, and from that moment on went on to sell records at an almost inexplicable rate in both this country and later in Europe. Now, is the man a genius? Is he unhinged, or is he merely a rather portly American who talks a lot? These are just some of nature's great unanswered riddles. Now, in a moment, you'll see the man enduring a ruthless interrogation from me at the table of a Soho wine bar. That's after this, an extract from his as-yet unreleased feature film Dead Ringer, in which Meat plays himself and also somebody pretending to be. So this is the substitute Meat, played by the real Meat, taking his first lessons. A little extract there from the film Dead Ringer, in which our hero, or was it indeed his brother, demonstrates to devastating effect the full power and range of the human voice. And with me is the man responsible for this, Meatloaf.
Spilled coffee all over the front of me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You made a bit of a mess of the rest of the table as well.
No, I
don't
think
for
this
goodness
was left over from last night.
Don't for goodness sake breaking this song, because we'll have all hell to pay here. Now, that film, I know little about it. Is it ever going to be released? Is it indeed finished?
No, I don't think it's finished. It was finished in some people's minds, but never finished in mine. That little piece that you just saw was, I played two characters in it. I play myself as well as a character called Marvin, who is who you saw is a fan of Bat Out of Hell, and his brother, he has a brother, and his brother's played by Josh Mustel, Zero Mustel's son. And his brother always wants him to do his Meatloaf imitation. And so he does. And so in that particular point, he hits the last note of Bat Out of Hell, and the glass, the mirror breaks, which is one of my favorite scenes. Well, I can go, like a lot of actors say, well, I don't go see my movies, right? I don't go see the films. Well, I can go see these films because they're not me. Example, I played in Rhodey, Travis Redfish. Now, this guy, Travis Redfish, was a mechanical genius. I'm an absolute mechanical failure. I can't unscrew a bottle top good. But this guy, about 8 weeks before I started making this movie, I started going around the house fixing everything, fixing things that I never thought I could possibly fix. And I started to chew gum. I never chew gum. I started to chew gum with this guy. Just, you know, you start to develop, and these characters take you over.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, you know, a lot of people, a lot of actors then will hang in there and remain that character until their next character comes. That's dangerous. On Bat, there was a song that I hated called Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth.
Yeah.
On Dead Ringer, there was a song I hated called Peel Out. On this record, there's a song I hate called If You Really Want To. And that's the single, and that's the video I'm shooting. And I think the reason is that because when I do go for the vocals and things, to get the vocals like they should be on the records, I have to develop the characters. And for Took the Words Right Out of My Mouth, I never found the character. For Peel Out, I never found the character. For If You Really Want To, I never found the character. But I think now that I'm doing the video here of If You Really Want To, I think I found the character inside the video, so I have a feeling.
Does he get the girl, or does the girl get him? That's Meatloaf with If You Really Want To. Now, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but he struck me as a little bit of a chatty bloke on Meat.
He's a fairly voluble type. Yes, you noticed that I started off with my one question there, and I had an equally probing second one, actually, all lined up and ready to go, but it was knocking on a bit, getting a bit dark and everything, so I didn't get a chance to use it, you know.
Maybe next time. On next week's programme, you're